Today, I'm going to show you how you can study the Bible with great insights from the Greek and Hebrew lexicons without having a PC study Bible software or any other Bible software on your Mac or your PC. So this is totally free, and what we are going to be using today is Blue Letter Bible. From any of your browsers, you can just go to blueletterbible.org. Now, this website has been existing for many years. I've used it as far back 2014, and they've improved it over the time. The amount of resources you can get from this Bible website is totally insane, and it's accessible both on your desktop and on your mobile phone. So if, for example, you want to study the book of John chapter 1 verse 1 and you want to see the interlinear version of it, meaning you want to see the English translation together with the Greek translation, this is what you do. You go to blueletterbible.org. So I'm going to type it right into my browser here, and once that opens, you find out the interlinear part of it, because this has a lot of tools. It has a search tool, the study tool, devotionals. I mean, like, everything you need is on this website, only that you need internet access, and that is where it differs from the PC Study Bible software. So for the Interlinear Bible, you come to study, and then you come down here to inline interlinear. So it will bring you just to this place, this one that I have open already. Okay, so let's take a look at what all of this means. Now, this is in the King James Version. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word. Alright, so what the Interlinear Bible does is it allows you to see the original word. For example, in. So this is the Greek word, and then this is a transliteration. That means the equivalent of that word, how it is pronounced in Greek, how it should sound in English. So let's say N. I mean, I might not be correct with the pronunciation, but that is what it is. And after that, you also have this. This is like the lexicon. This is the word. So each word has a number. So this is the strong word. When you click on it, so open in a new tab, it gives you more information about that word from the Strong's Concordance. This is what might be useful to a regular person if you're not a theologian or maybe a Bible school student studying Greek and things like that. So this gives you more information about the word. For example, now if you take a look at word, it says logos. That is the meaning of that is the transliteration of this Greek word in English is logos. To learn more about the context of the logos, we can click on this first one, and that first one is basically the Strong's Concordance, right? And we can learn more from that. You can learn more about that word by clicking on this as well. This is the Vine's Expository Dictionary. So we have the Strong Concordance here, and we can see what it has to say. It says, a word uttered by a living voice embodies a conception or idea. That is one definition. Second one is what someone has said, a word, the sayings of God. So that is when the logos is being described as of speech. It can also be described as is used as respect to mind alone. So that's the second definition. The third one has to do with John denotes the essential word of God, Jesus Christ, the personal wisdom and power in union with God, his master in creation and government of the universe. So if you want to have a second definition, you click on this view entry. This is from the Vine Expository Dictionary, and it says a word or saying also means an account which one gives by word of mouth. That is what the Vine Dictionary has to say about it. To open it up in full, you click on that button and it brings you here. So that is for this. You also notice that the arrangement of the words are different. So let's open the John chapter 1 verse 1 in just a regular Bible. Here is the original. This is how it is arranged normally. In the beginning was the Word. Okay, that follows. And the Word was with God. And the Word was with God. Yeah, that's correct. And this one says, and God was the Word. So let me open the full chapter so you can see the difference. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. This says, and the Word was God, right? And this says, and God was the Word. So in the original translation, in the Greek text, this is how it was arranged. The English version tells us that, and the Word was God. But this takes the emphasis away from being, the Word being God, and tells you that God was actually the Word, and God was the Word. It's still the same thing, yeah, but this shows you how God was literally the Word that was in the beginning. And I mean, going over and over, thinking about this, meditating about this, you just begin to get more insight into what John was trying to say in that book. This is just an example. This can also help you discover some words that were put into the English version for the sake of emphasis, for the sake of your understanding as an English reader, and were not necessarily in the original context. For example, we go to verse 7. So in the regular Bible verse, it says, the same came for a witness, to bear witness of the lights, that all men. Okay, so thankfully King James has this culture of italicizing words that are not originally in the Greek text or Hebrew text, and it's already puts this as in italics, because what the original says is to bear witness of the light, that through him might believe. But the man was added here. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't exist. There is no word for it in the Greek. So when there is no word for it, that makes it obvious that it wasn't in the original text. Yeah. So what it reads as is that all through him might believe, and the all is referring to all people. So how do we verify that? We go here and we look at all. What does it mean here? We can click on this. If you would like to hear the pronunciation of the word, so you click on this.
Strong's G 3956. Pas.
Okay.
Pas.
That is pas. Now this is the definition. So before the definition, you find some extra information, like the KJV translates Strong G3956 in the following manner: 748 times. This word is translated as all, and 170 times is translated as things. Okay, every 117 times, all men 41 times, everyone whole, all manner, every man, everything, whatsoever, always with. Now, looking at the way it is translated, in a number of times, it even gives you a context to what the meaning should be. But I mean, that's already translated. What does the actual word say? So, pass, including all the forms of declension apparently in a primary word. It means all, any, every, the whole, everyone, as many as. Okay, so that's a grammatical word, kind of. But if for any reason you are not satisfied with what Strong has said about that, you can look for the Vine's dictionary's meaning. So, radically means all. Used without the article, it means every kind of variety. And so the translators adding men to it, they are not wrong, because in that context it still works, because based on everything that was said, this fits in properly. Only that looking at it, if you bring this together with Romans 8:19, it says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. That's 19, right? And in 20, it says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself is also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. Now, if you pair that up with what John was saying to us, that all men might believe through him, we see that this salvation is not even just for men, it is for the whole creation, because the creation is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. That means their salvation, the salvation of every other creature, is dependent on that of men. So if man is saved, then every other thing should also be saved, or would be saved in their salvation. That means in totality, Christ brought salvation for the whole of creature, because his death, death, and resurrection has brought deliverance unto the whole creature, man, animal, plants, because everything has inherited corruption through the sin of Adam. So the fall of man led to the fall of the planet Earth, led to the fall of creatures. We don't even have an idea how these things, how they were originally. Of course, it is certain that the so-called wild animals were not meant to be wild. They were not meant to feed on man and to be hostile towards man. That was not how God created him. The whole creation has been impacted by the sin of Adam, and their restoration to perfection is dependent on man. And we can see that man has highly affected, when you talk about the feet of veterinary, man has affected the health of animals, made some of their lives better, because if they live well, it's for our good. God made all things for man, both plants, animals, water bodies, rocks. Everything was made in their beauty for man, while man, together with all of those things, are supposed to worship God and honor him. Yeah, so this just gives you a clearer perspective, and you can just walk around it and see some other things that you can do with it. You have the option to customize how many things you see here. Maybe you want just the Greek word without the roots, or you don't want the Greek roots, so this is the roots right here, while this is the actual Greek word, so you can hide that. You can also hide this the transliteration. No, you can hide the colors or the passing code, so you can simplify the feed right here. You can also customize the kind of colors that you want to see, right? So like this is just a world of study. Aside from the Interlinear Bible, there are other tools that you can make use of. Like, I didn't mean to click on that, but so these are some study items that you can have: Harmony of the Gospels, encyclopedias, and dictionaries. All of these are also available in the PC Study Bible. You have Bible book, introductions and outlines, charts and outlines, timelines, images and maps, ethos, topical analysis of the Bible. These are topical indexes. So they also have a free Bible Institute if you want to attend. This is amazing. Like the amount of content, amount of efforts that has been put to make this. I don't have anything to do with Blue Letter Bible, right? So I'm just bringing you an information. If you don't have the PC Study Bible, you don't have an excuse. You can still study your Bible well with all of the details that you need using this software. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any question about this, please do let me know. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to find more information like this about studying the Bible with Johnny.